Now Barry, I take long-term medication. Sometimes I run out and can't get a prescription on time. What's the situation there, please?
Well, Chris, I'm working really hard on this. All our electronic prescriptions are generally issued the same day, and the paper prescriptions are signed at the end of the same day. So generally, paper prescriptions are ready for collection the next day, generally. But we ask patients to come back in 2 days.
Right, so, but what are the advantages of the electronic prescription?
Well, first of all, you don't need to come to the surgery to get to request the medication. You simply log into Patient Access on your mobile phone and you request your medication online. Now when you make that request, it comes straight to me in my inbox. I'll approve it online. When I approve it, it goes straight to your pharmacy. And so you don't need to come to the surgery at all. You just go to your pharmacy 2 days later and collect the medication. Another advantage is that because you've requested the medication yourself and you've chosen what you want, the risk of an error is minimized. There's no stages in between. You're requesting what you want, the request reaches me directly, I approve it. So the possibility of human error is significantly reduced by electronic prescriptions, and because it's a much more direct pathway, it's faster.
Now, how do you go about participation in the electronic prescriptions?
Well, if you just tell your pharmacist that you want to take part in electronic prescriptions, he'll sign you up for this. Alternatively, when you're at our surgery, speak to the receptionist and she'll nominate a pharmacy of your choice.
Right. Now Barry, if I take medication regularly, is there a way I can avoid even having to order the medication electronically?
Yes, that's entirely possible. We can arrange something called a batch prescription. What this means is that we can send 6 months worth of prescription to the pharmacy. You don't need to come to the surgery. You just go to the pharmacy and the pharmacist will issue the medication to you directly. The other advantages of a batch prescription are that if you lose your prescription, if you lose your medication, you can go back to the pharmacist and he'll give you the next batch. Or if you're going on holiday, he can give you 3 batches in one go. So you can take up to 3 months supply with you.
Now that sounds great, but are there any restrictions to batch prescription?
Batch prescriptions are a great solution for a regular, stable medication, but they're not suitable for medication that has been titrated or optimized, and they're not suitable for medication which is controlled by rules such as morphine or sleeping tablets. The surgery also has a policy of not putting antidepressants, powerful painkillers or sleeping tablets onto a batch prescription. The reason is we want to see the patients. We want to keep an eye on them. Similarly, we may also decline to put some drugs onto a batch prescription for clinical or safety reasons. But having said all of this, although there are some restrictions, 99% of all medication can go onto batch prescription.
Now, how can I get my medication put onto batch prescription?
All you have to do is request this at the reception counter, and the reception staff will arrange for the change to be made. This change can take up to 7 days.
Right, thank you. So what are your recommendations to patients to ensure that they get their prescriptions on time? I think this is...
so important.
Yes.
It's really important for me that patients get their prescriptions on time. And it's something that we're really working hard to do and achieve. We try hard to issue the medication the same day, but we often ask patients to come back in 2 days to be sure. Patients can streamline the process by registering for electronic prescriptions and using an online service to request the medication. Electronic requests are approved fastest, typically the same day. The problem with a paper prescription is that after you request the paper prescription, the receptionist then has to input the data into the computer. There's then a print run later in the morning. They're collated, they're brought to my office, I sign them, they go back, they're sorted again, they're put into a filing cabinet. In other words, a paper prescription has a long journey. Electronic prescriptions come straight into my inbox, I hit approve, and they go straight to the pharmacy. It's a much faster journey, it's more streamlined. And if you as a patient requested medication electronically, your medication will be approved and sorted in hours rather than days.
Well, thank you very much for that,
A
Barry.
lot of people.